Good morning. Edie here. And I'm starting to think about maybe doing some videos on how I fixed my own credit by myself. I didn't have any of those consolidating agencies or anything like that. I just figured it out on my own. And I've been helping a lot of my friends, coworkers with my tips and tricks on how I figured it out. And another thing I've always done is been a good saver and really good at budgeting and planning purchases out and things of that nature. So I decided maybe I should share some of what works for me and what doesn't work for me, because I'm not 100% perfect at saving money and things like that. I mean, let me rephrase that. I am good with saving. I am very good at restraining, keeping a certain amount of money saved. What my issue is that I don't add to my savings. I've always been good at what I like to call rolling over, which is basically I look at my account and I set an amount that I don't go below. And I try to stick to that so that essentially every time that I get paid, I'm bringing in money from my last pay period into my current pay period and bringing my account back up to a certain particular amount that I like to see in my checking account. And granted, that doesn't always work. Life happens, and sometimes I go below that amount. I call that being under budget. But for the most part, I always bring in money from before into the now. I've been thinking about cash stuffing. I've been thinking about seeing if that strategy works. Here's my thing about cash. I don't like carrying cash. I feel like for some people, carrying cash works. But for me, carrying cash makes me spend it quicker. For instance, if I walk into a store and I can't use my debit card, I will walk out. I also don't like limits where stores where I just want to buy one particular thing that I need and they're like, oh, well, you have to spend $10 in order to use your card. I don't like that. I don't want to buy a whole bunch of unnecessary things that I didn't come into the store looking for in order to use my card. So that makes me walk away. Whereas having cash, in a matter of 20, 30 minutes, a $20, $100 bill is gone. It's like liquid. So I don't like carrying cash. And I have this psychological thing where I don't like to see my bank account low. Even though I know that I still have money, I like to see my bank account at a certain amount. And I don't know what that is, but that's just me. So I'm finding it hard to get started in cash stuffing because I don't want to take money out of my account. Another thing that I do is trick my brain into thinking I have less than what I really have. And that works for me. That helps me keep a savings. So I've stashed my savings somewhere and I forgot about it. Like I still have my income tax from last year. I'm very good at that. Very good at not touching things. So I still have my whole income tax from last year saved. I just want to grow my savings. So I'm still learning. I'm not 100% perfect. Sorry, I'm outside. So I'm still not 100% perfect. And that's a journey that I would like to invite you guys on. You know, brainstorming together on different strategies to be at a better financial place. You know, I am almost retiring soon. I'm at not retiring, but like I need to start thinking about my retirement. Um, and I don't have anything towards my retirement. And so I'm just now I'm on a time crunch. I'm trying desperately to figure out how to um, improve that. I fixed my credit and I have a great credit score, and I'm doing really well with credit. I just don't have the income to match. So that's just a little snippet of how I save. So I set an amount. I don't go below a certain amount. I say I'm broke. I'm never broke, but I say I'm broke. I act broke because that tricks my brain into thinking I have less money than what I really have. So looking at my bank account, I train my brain to think that that's the only money I have. Credit and those videos are coming because I've learned the formula. I'm still working on the formula, and it's a lot to unpack in one video. This is just an introduction on how I save. Another thing that I used to do with money that I implement when I'm using credit is planning out my purchases. So what I do, I like to window shop a lot. And I plan what I need now, what's most important to get first, and what can wait. So I do things one at a time. I don't go on huge shopping sprees, even for my children. I don't do that. I plan everything. So for instance, I just went back to school shopping. So I got my daughter her fall wardrobe, sneakers, and I got amazing deals, and I have tips and tricks on how to save money at stores. Those videos are coming. I got her a book bag and a fall jacket. I looked through her winter coats. She doesn't need new winter coats, but that's something that, for example, can wait. She needs new snow boots. That's something that can wait till October, November. So I kind of look at what is needed now and what is needed later. Same thing with gift giving. She wanted a very expensive camera for her birthday because she's interested in photography. So I looked at how much it cost, and I said, I can't get that now because school clothes are coming. So that's something that you can get for, I celebrate solstice instead of Christmas. That's something that you can get down the line. And I'm planning for that purchase. So I'm making sure that I zero out, which is a term I use for credit, which I'm going to teach you what I mean by zeroing out. So I got to make sure that my Amazon card is zeroed out by December in preparation to make this purchase, and making sure that I have the money saved towards that purchase. And that's something I've been doing for a very long time. I plan ahead. If there's something I want that costs a certain amount of money, I don't just go and buy it and be broke. No, Iris prepares for it. Edie prepares for it. So what I like to do is see the amount that I need, bring in money from the check before, add on to what's coming in, and plan that purchase. So planning out your purchases. And like I said, with credit, I'll explain further. What I like to do is make sure that I plan and that I can pay stuff off. I don't put a whole bunch of things on my credit card. No, ma'am. No, ma'am, that's not how you do it. You plan your purchases. Plan it. And those are a little bit of the things that I do to always ensure that I have what I need, that I'm never broke, I have money for emergencies, and like I said, I always, as a single mom, it's hard. It's hard to have everything that you need. Bills always paid first. Bill money always first. Number one rule, bill money first. I kick out all my bills before I plan to buy anything. Pay off bills. First and foremost. I've always done that. I've never been backed up on bills. You never want to back up on your bills because you'll never get out of paying something. Bills don't just miraculously go away. You fall behind on the bill, you're screwed. You'll never be able to pay it off. So always make sure your bills are paid in full as soon as you get paid. And I look at the month, and what I like to do now that I'm working is which 2 pay periods I'm paying certain bills on. So Amazon is due on the 3rd, cell phone on the 2nd, life insurance and my auto bills on the 1st. All my credit cards are in the middle to the end of the month. Apple's at the end of the month. So I pick and choose which pay periods I pay certain things for. And if I still have time to pay a bill, I'll plan it for my next pay period. Sometimes I like to pay bills early too. That's another tip and trick. If you can pay your bill off in full early, I pay Apple early. I always give them money earlier than the end of the month, and I give them a little bit more than what I'm supposed to, which is coming. Those tips and tricks are coming. So pay your bills out, kick them out, roll them out. That's what I say. I roll out my bills before, even if my kids ask me for money, I gotta roll out my bills first. Toiletries and things for the house, household supplies, second. Back in the day, I used to buy in bulk, meaning I would just buy things automatically every pay period because I used to get paid once. Because I was an at-home mom, and so I would, as soon as I get paid, roll out the bills, buy the bleach, buy the toilet paper, buy the toothpaste, buy the soap, and I would have backups. Even if I had it already at home, halfway full, I would go because I knew I only got paid once. And who wants to run out of things and not have any money to replace stuff that you need? I would stockpile it. I also was a big couponer. I don't have the time to do that. It's very tedious, and especially depending on what state you're in. Like New York is a state where you can't double your coupons. Couponing is not as fun as in other states where you can get stuff for free if you know how to really coupon. I used to be really good at it in the sense of like certain stores that are closed down now that existed back then, like Pathmark. I used to get the sale price, use the Pathmark coupon, and use a manufacturer coupon, and I would take off like $100 to $200 off my bill, and that was a rush. But the store closed down, and you can't do those kinds of things anymore. And when you buy the Sunday paper, the coupons that are scarce. And another thing about couponing that I don't like is sometimes you have to buy more than what you need in order to get the deal. Or those couponing apps, I tried Ibotta, I didn't like it. I found myself buying unnecessary things that I would normally not buy in order to get cash back. And on top of that, some of my deals worked in the store, but then when I would upload the receipt, it wouldn't give me my deals, so I stopped doing that. But anyway, I digress, and this video is getting long. Like I said, I used to buy things in bulk and then stock it up. But now what works for me is buying what I need. Instead of wasting money on something that I already have in the house, what I have not been doing, and I've been wasting a lot of money, is not doing inventory. Because I used to be big on looking at things before I would go out and buy things and write lists. I used to write shopping lists. I think I'm going to go back to that. And buy what I need when I need. Now I kind of do things off the top of my head, and I get so annoyed when I get home and I'm like, oh man, I had this and I bought more, and that's just a waste of unnecessary money. So I would strongly recommend doing inventory, looking at your cabinets, looking at your medicine cabinet and your cupboards, and making sure that you know what you need, write it down so you remember. And I have been buying what I need, and that has been working for me. And then lastly, things that you want to do or things that you want to buy, those come last. So in a nutshell, that's how I'm saving money, how I budget, how I plan things. And like I said, I'm exploring new ways to save. I'm looking into IRAs. I'm looking into CDs. I'm trying to figure out how to grow my savings. So if anybody has any tips out there, comment down below. If you would like to go on my journey with me and go on a financial road of success with me, that'd be great. I got to go to work now, so take care, and hope to do more videos like this. Hope that my advice helps. Bye-bye.